All right. What is good, folks? James Hicks here, one of the brand partners with OpusClip. We're bringing back office hours. So, uh, this is an opportunity to engage. This is an opportunity to have questions answered, an opportunity to, if you've got any issues or you're having challenges, if you're just working through some of the functionality and the capability of OpusClip, let's do it. Right. I will be here answering questions every now and then. There will also be other brand partners who will join as well. For today, to be honest with you, I just ran through a session last night, and I'm literally going to walk through my process of creating the clips using the new editor, creating the clips using the new scheduler, and I'm walking through some of those new aspects of the platform. So as I walk through that, if you got questions, just put a Q in the comment section, and we will address that. But at the end of the day, the idea is to provide a platform, provide an opportunity for you if you have questions about OpusClip. Excuse me, have those questions answered. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hope everyone is having a good Friday. May 31st is today. One thing I did want to show before I even get into that, the team has been really good, really diligent at adding new collateral, adding new content, adding new information. So there is this learning center that is available, and it's a link right off of the main page. And in the learning center, it's got tutorials on, as you can see, understanding what the AI Copilot is, understanding how to set up your team workspace, how to use some of the new editing functionality for filler word removal, for screen sharing and new layouts, for adding B-roll and things of that. So all of that is slowly but steadily getting added to the platform and getting added to the Learning Center. So shouts out to the team for them doing all of that good work. And again, I'll put a link in the description so you see it, but it's literally right off of the Opus.pro website, and it's titled Learning Center. So exporting out to XML files, exporting out to Adobe, which is huge, right? So those types of capabilities, that type of functionality is there and highlighted. So take advantage of the Learning Center because it's got a lot of the do's, don'ts, how-tos, things of that nature in there. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So this is going to be learning on the fly, and this is going to be a demonstration, a real life demonstration, because literally I did some clips, like I said, last night. Did a show last night. I haven't even looked at the clips that were generated. So we're going to do this live for one of my shows, Team No Sleep. We talk about social impact of sport. We're going to see what we came up with. I always like to look at just a number first. I'm always intrigued by how many clips Opus puts out. So I got 33 clips from about 65 minute session. That's pretty dope. And my criteria, I did say I wanted some specific results, though. I did say I wanted, as you can see here, less than 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds, 90 to 180 seconds, and then 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So I did be very specific in terms of the types of clips that I wanted to have created. Let's see what we got here. Celebrating young excellence, providing opportunities for success. All right, all right. So just for demonstration purposes, let me log in, let you guys see this one right here. So opening up the clip, if you haven't seen the new editor, this is what the new editor looks like. Everything is no longer just only arranged at the bottom. It's actually more of a full-on video editing workflow, right? So you got your transcript over on your left. You've got your preview of what the clip actually looks like here in the middle. And then on the right side, as you see, we've got various commands and various other options that we can do. So clip layouts, captions, all of the various types of captions. If you've got a brand kit already set up or a brand template already set up, that could be applied. As you can see with this particular one, I already got a brand template applied, but you can go in and be very prescriptive and very specific about how that looks. Should there be 1 or 3 captions per page? Should they be at the top, at the bottom, or the middle, or whatever the case may be? So you can get very specific, and you can turn those off too. So you're not locked in. You don't have to use the captions from Opus. You can use your own, or you can just not even have captions as well. AI keyword highlighter, you can change the colors for that. So that, again, being very, very specific in terms of what all of your content looks like. Static overlays, you see I've got my TNS logo.png, so that's what that is up there at the top. And I can move that to wherever I want. I don't want to move it. I shouldn't have messed it up, but I'll put it back. But I can still resize it though, right? There's a lot of times where I actually want to maybe resize that logo or do some things like that. So there we go. I'm gonna resize that. And then AI emojis, you can have those on or off. I typically, this is just me. I guess I'm strange like that. I have AI emojis turned off, but to each their own. To each their. If you turn it on, I'm not the guy to have the the smiley faces and the hearts and the 100. So I personally turn those off. But again, if that's what you want to do, you do you. You do you. I see folks logging in. Appreciate you for being here. Listen, again, I'm going through. This is OpusClip office hours. We back. We back doing the thing. So again, if you use the platform, if you see, I got a poll out there as well. If you're new to the platform, if you've used the platform, you got questions about the platform, I may have some answers. So let's go ahead and get into that. Looking at the transcript. So again, Opus goes out and does its AI algorithmic magic and says this particular clip at this particular length of time could be something that resonates with your community, or at least resonates with the criteria and the prompt that you specified. What's nice and what's different about this new editor, though, we're not just stuck to that portion of the transcript that it chose. So we actually now have the ability to add sections above and below. So say I wanted to add something outside of what was already generated for the particular clip here, I can click on the add section prompt right there. And then, as you see, this pops up saying add section from the transcript. And I can literally go in and select different components or something right after that. If the sentence didn't completely finish, right, by the way that the algorithm selected it, I can actually go out and add additional context to make it what I needed to. So I can select what I wanted to, hit add, it goes out, starts regenerating, and you'll see it'll start adding that to my transcript and to my clip. So that's really cool. That's really powerful as well, right? Because you're no longer, again, locked into what's initially given to you. You actually have more flexibility, you have more control over what the clip looks like. So as you see, it's been added now to my clip, and I can do whatever edits that I need to from that perspective. So that's real dope. That's real dope, right? That was one of the larger or the higher questions coming from the community in terms of just, again, being able to, I like what you're doing, Opus, but allow me more capability, more functionality to make these clips my own, because no one wants them to look like everyone else's. We want to actually be very original in terms of the content that we put out. So that capability is there. Let me do this, because another key criteria that was voiced by users was editing and cropping, right? Because you set up the layouts, you set up either the fit full 1, 2, or 3, depending on how many people are speaking, right? You set up the layouts. I had to think about it on the top of my head, but sometimes they didn't translate over properly into the actual clip that was generated. So what's different and more, again, usable about this next version of the editor for Opus is I can just double click on any one of these sections here. I'm double clicking, as you can see. Hopefully you can see on the the upper and lower pieces of the clip. And I get a dialog box saying, well, why not crop to specifically what you want? So say I wanted to crop in nice and smooth on my man Montel's face. Boom. There we go, right? And then I can get real granular in terms of how and where he's positioned. So being able to do that high level, that 35,000 foot edit. So go in, right, grab what I want from that end, boom. And then go in and crop even more into detail if I wanted to remove like borders and things of that. And if I wanted to make sure that he was properly centered, if I wanted to, again, move the logo out of the way, that kind of thing. So that's really, really nice, right? That's really nice, being able to dial in specifically what the clip looks like. Again, instead of having to only take what the platform gives you. So you can, again, be very specific and prescriptive in terms of what it looks like. So that's huge, right? Editor 2, shouts out to the team for adding that capability. And from my understanding, that's only going to get better, because I don't know if you noticed, right now I can only do a hard square, right? I can't do a free form. So I can either do, depending on the layout that I choose, it will either be a full square or it'll be a rectangle, and you can't really do free form cropping on that yet, because the free form part would be on this screen right here. That additional flexibility is coming in a future release of the editor, but this is light years ahead of what was available to us. So hopefully folks are getting the ability to take advantage of that, use this, and make their clips their own. What else did I want to show you? I wanted to, I'm not actually going to post this because, I'm pretty anal, and I need to make more in-depth adjustments to this, and I'm not gonna bore you guys. I'm not gonna do that here while we're in office hours, because I want to save this time specifically for your questions. But all I'm probably going to do, honestly, is go and make some of those finite changes and updates again on some of the clips when I actually listen to all 33 of them and see which ones that I actually like. So I'm not going to sit here and let you or make you listen to all 33 clips that was put out for me. Let's go back to I've got my screen set up here. You can't really see it, but at the top of the menu is an option called Calendar. And the calendar right now shows clips that were created within Opus, the time, the platform, and where they were published to. So you can, if you actually tell Opus to schedule your clips now in your calendar within the platform, it actually says, was it successful? Where did it go out? What time did it go out? And it gives you kind of some of that perspective. So you see here on what is this, April the 30th, I sent out a couple of clips. Boom, went out to TikTok, went out to IG, went out to YouTube as well. So that's highlighted. That's listed right there in the calendar. What is also pretty neat, pretty dope, which wasn't there before, if I go to social accounts, man, we now have the ability to have multiple accounts on the same platform. So think about all of those of you who have multiple YouTube channels, similar to I do, right? So I've got multiple YouTube channels connected, or if you got multiple Instagram accounts, you can now have those within Opus and schedule those accordingly in case you want a clip to go to your main channel, and then 15 minutes later it goes to another. So whatever is within your workflow, you can now specify that and set that up here directly within the social account connections within Opus. Again, listening to users, listening to the needs of the community, and steadily and surely adding that into the platform, doing it the right way. I will give the team a little bit of maybe heartburn, saying, we want it faster, but they're doing it in an appropriate time and adding it in to where it's not just thrown together. It actually is functional. It actually works good, and with the user experience being the key thing in mind. So I give them heartburn for not rolling out features and functionality fast enough, but when they do roll them out, they actually are pretty dope, and they actually work pretty nicely. So again, shouts out to the engineering and the product development teams for getting it done the right way. Where your questions at? I see you. Shouts out to you. Now, come on now. I see you out there on Twitter. I see you over here on YouTube as well. If you got any questions, do let me know. Else, I will go and start my weekend a little bit early. No. One thing nice, again, while waiting for questions, the ability to drag links in directly from YouTube. All right, so you got something published already. You can drag that link in, that watch link in from YouTube. If you are a Zoom user, you can drag in that link from Zoom. If you are I think Rumble is also supported, and more platforms and more are going to be supported eventually. But YouTube, Zoom, and Rumble are currently supported for direct drag in of the watch or the live link. But as far as files goes, if you have your files stored locally on your system, all of those MP4s, all of those MOVs, all of those WebM files, whatever the case may be, you can drag those directly into Opus. And if you have a Google account, you can drag in from your Google Drive. So attach your Google Drive to Opus. If that's where you have one of your central repositories for all of your data, connect that directly in Opus, boom, pull that in, and you're done there as well. So again, added functionality, added flexibility in terms of being able to move your assets from wherever you house them, wherever you utilize them, into your Opus platform. So that's really cool, really dope. That's one of the things here. So you notice some of my content doesn't have the thumbnail shown. And that the reason for that is just where I grab the file from. So if I grab the YouTube link for a file that I was going to edit and work on in Opus, it would pull the thumbnail. But a lot of times I don't wait for the processing to finish, the HD processing to finish on the YouTube side. So I'll grab the local file. And a lot of times when I grab that local file, that's what these uploaded videos show right here, and they don't have a thumbnail. So in your dashboard, if you start seeing some things like that, that's the difference. That's what's happening with these particular files right here. If I grab the link directly from YouTube, it'll pull in the thumbnail. If I grab the local file directly from my NAS, it'll pull and just bring in the file, but it won't bring over a thumbnail, so to speak. What we got here. I'm just messing around now, going through, waiting for questions. What's going on, folks? I see it. OpusClip office hours. If you got any questions about the platform, if you got any questions about how to use it, definitely let me know. Let me see here. Let me go through one that I've already. Did I highlight anything on this one? All right, so here's a clip. So another thing I want to point out that probably gets overlooked, but we as the users, you as the users, actually have the ability to train the algorithm, right? To help the large learning module get better. So the heart and the thumbs down icon on the clips that are created for you, those actually are more than just aesthetic, right? They actually, again, help the Opus algorithm to learn in terms of how it's piecing together clips for you. So you don't necessarily have to go through all 20, 30, however many clips that you have. But if you're looking at something and you see that it was put together correctly, was put together nicely, right, and something that you can actually is usable and workable, give it the heart response. If it was something that was, quite frankly, that was trash and does not work for you, give it a thumbs down again, because that'll help train the algorithm to get better over time. That's really one of the main, not the only way, but one of the main ways that, again, the algorithm learns from the users in and of itself, as opposed to just folks that are inside the company, inside the business. So there we go with that. Um, See, no, I don't want to mess with this one because I edited this one in the legacy editor, but now that I'm using the new editor, I don't want to mess with it. So, well, let's see. Got nothing else to lose, right? So this is this is a 2 minute, 8 seconds. So a lot of times I will take a long form piece of content, chop it up into either a 30 to 60 and 90-second reels for YouTube shorts, for IG reels, or for TikTok, whatever the case may be. But I'll look for a compelling moment within a long form piece of content and find a longer clip to post out. So this again is a 2 minute, an 8 second clip that I changed from 9:16 to 16:9 and posted and repurposed this and published this back out as a clip and a highlight on my YouTube channel. So all that being said is, again, you have the capability of changing aspect ratios, right? If it starts out as a 16:9 and you want to make it 9:16, if it starts out as 9:16 and you want to make it 1-to-1 for an IG story or whatever the case may be, you have that capability and you can make that happen. So that's really, really, that's really nice, right? That's really nice. Yeah. Talking about Nikola Jokic on this one right here, but okay, let's get back to something else. Let's see what we got here. Here, let's play with this one. Again, I'm just walking through, showing you kind of some of the new look and feel. Obviously, this is bad, right? Obviously, this is incorrect. There's only two people that are hosting the show here, but the clip came out looking like that. So obviously, I'm gonna go in there and fix that. So um, I'm not sharing any screens on that one, so I would probably want to go split. I mean, just like that, right? Again, it's already better, but going in, and I probably should slow down because I'm assuming that folks understand. But going in, clicking the top portion of the clip right here, and I only want to dial in specifically on Montel's face. So as I was mentioning, go in, make that high level cut, boom. He rarely smiles, so it's pretty cool to get him smiling there. So click on apply that, boom, it falls into place. Got me right there as well. Now, at least the look and the aesthetic, I need to update my brand kit because I don't like how big the logo is. So I'll have to change that as well. I don't like the way that I cut my own head off. So let's just, again, readjust that to be a little bit, boom, there we go. Yeah. So there we go. So I'll go through edit that a little bit more after I go live, just to make sure it's actually saying something that's worth publishing, that's worth sharing out there online. But that's all I had to say this week, man. Just really wanted folks to understand that the new editor is out. The editor has is laid out more as a full on video publishing, video editing platform, where you've got, as you see here on the left side, you got your transcript. You can add sections before or after what is automatically populated by Opus. You've got your preview right in the middle, where you can start uh, cropping in. You can start realigning. You can start putting in your additional assets and things of that. So you've got that capability full on window there, so you can see what you're doing. And then on the right side, it's more of those fine tuning tools, right? So going in with layout settings, 9 by 16, 16 by 9, 1-to-1. Do you want captions turned on? What type of captions do you want turned on? Do you want AI emojis turned on? So all of those granular pieces, instead of having to click back and forth, the idea is to have all of that information locked down and into a very concise overall view of the environment. So that is what it is about. Mr. Walter Strong says he is listening at work. I see you, man. Appreciate you, brother. You've been putting out some nice content. Lately, brother. So appreciate you for joining here for Office Hours. We are saying, is Opus available for mobile app as well? Are there any differences on mobile versus the desktop? Opus is an HTML5 written platform in desktop. All that being said is, yes, you can actually access Opus on your mobile phone, but 5 inches, 6 inches, right? Being able to really dive in to do some of the granular edits that you want, it's probably not the best location. If you got a tablet, to be honest with you, like a 8-inch iPad or 10-inch Android. I don't know. I don't know the Android tablets, brother. So all I can talk about is the Apple stuff. But you got an 8-inch or a 10-inch at least minimum size tablet running a mobile platform, mobile OS. You can do it there as well. So yeah, you can actually log into Opus. You can see your dashboard. You can do some edits and changes there as well. But the user experience is built specifically and more thoroughly for desktop. Yeah. Good question, man. Appreciate you. I was actually getting ready to go buy a squirrel moment here. I was actually gonna go buy a new iPad this weekend, but I got talked out of it. Go buy some new camera lenses instead. Oh, Ravens! What's happening, Yolanda? What it do? Uh, what's going on with them Baltimore Ravens? I'm just actually getting ready to wrap up office hours here. I do a bi-weekly office hours for OpusClip, answering questions for users, for existing users, new users, folks that are looking at the platform or just have questions about creating generative AI content as well. I just walked through a good number of the steps of the new editor. So check the replay out, or if you got any questions, let me know if you're using. See, there you go, right? See, messing with where my Steelers terrible towel at? Oh, okay. We're not gonna get into that conversation right now. We're not gonna get into that. But Lamar is looking good. Lamar done toned down, slimmed down. Lamar is looking good. He gonna be dangerous again, and it's gonna be fun to watch. I will just say that. Um, definitely. Again, I think the one thing that I wanted to point out before I did head out again, because it unfortunately it doesn't get enough love, and just looking at metrics, we just definitely want to make sure that folks are taking a look at the Learning Center. The Learning Center has, I'm gonna give her shouts out. Shouts out to Rebecca right now, right? She's putting a lot of time, energy, effort into building this out, making sure that it's accessible, making sure that it's understandable, and making sure that it's current, right? Because the team is developing new processes and developing new functionality. Just being able to have this updated is definitely what everyone needs. The Discord channel is, I point to myself because a lot of us are in the Discord channel, but the Discord channel for Opus is very active. So you see that link right going through the screen right now as well. I made a short link because no one who remembers Discord links, right? So I made a short link right there. Bit.ly OpusClip Discord. Log into there. Make sure that you're active because we're there. All of the engineers are there. The executive team is there as well. We are constantly helping folks as they iterate because it's a learning curve going from editor one, scheduler one to editor two and scheduler two. There is a learning curve if you're not used to that look and feel of, again, a full-on video editing piece. So hit the Discord, hit the Learning Center, come back every 2 weeks for office hours. We will do what we do. If you want to come on screen, on camera one time as well, we will do that. But that being said, I'm about to roll. This is Friday. I do got a job, but I got some things to do. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good to yourself. We out.